There was not a lot going on where I lived, and it was pretty boring. And cars, the shapes of cars were so dramatic. I have sketches of mine of cars when I was 5 years old. I mean, I've always sketched cars as long as I can remember. I never stopped. I didn't have any friends who were into cars. It was a total solitary thing. I was just something that I alone just kept forging forward until I actually was hired at General Motors.
Welcome to Detroit, the city of legends and the home of General Motors.
I only would want to work at General Motors. The execution of their cars was just flawless in the proportion, the surfacing. Each one of them made a statement. They really stood apart from the other designs. So I memorized them all. I could sketch them all. I could still visualize those cars. Cars were very expressive back then. It was a very romantic period of time. I kind of miss that nostalgic period in the 60s and early 70s where always very expressive and very emotional. That's what I saw when I first started working there. So I was in heaven working on in the same studios as where these cars originated from.
Good products are the result of the best design, engineering, and technology.
See, technology. There was no Photoshop. There's no, I'll show you. I'll tell you the lack of technology. I started off in Chevrolet studio. Well, Jim taught me discipline, learning your craft. I learned how to use markers and pastel and vellum. I still have them. They're cherished. I don't use them, but they were such a big influence and factor in my design work back when I started. It was really more of an art than technology.
The all-new Cadillac CTS Coupe.
The CTS Coupe was my major contribution for design at General Motors. It was just one sketch, one scale model, and immediately got a reaction from the management. And I've worked there for 41 years, but I knew of all the sketches I had done in that series that one was special.
It handles really nicely.
The CTS Coupe I followed all the way through as a design manager. I got to work with all the engineers, with all the design management to execute that car exactly like the sketch, which was an amazing opportunity.
We're taking a moment to bid farewell to one of General Motors' finest designers, Robert Munson. Robert has been an invaluable member of our team, pushing the boundaries of automotive design and inspiring us all with his creativity.
When I became a design manager, I didn't sketch as often. I didn't have as much time on Photoshop. I was constantly in meetings. It took me away from what I loved. When I wanted to try VisCom for the first time, I used my CTS Coupe sketch, and I wanted to do a polished version of that sketch because I never had the time to do that when I was working. And I really wished that I had had VisCom when I was working. That would have saved me so much time and trouble. But at least in retirement, I was able to go back and polish that sketch several iterations better and fully display the qualities that that car has. I want to get better at what I do. And I feel like I'm a better designer now, and I've been retired for 11 years than when I was working, because the tools, when people see my sketches, they think that it's all AI, but they don't know what went into it and how I manipulated it to get what I wanted. I still want the control. And that's when the combination of Viscom with Photoshop, to me, just an excellent workflow. What I like about Viscom, I'm in charge of the design, not the AI. By importing my sketch, creating the version that I want. The prompts are important, but the prompts aren't everything. The prompts help me get the direction that I want, but I still want it to be my design. What always interested me in design is what's next. What is the next major trend? What is the next something I haven't seen before? A completely different direction. That's why I still use AI to see how much better I can be. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm doing it for the sheer fun of it and the love of sketching. And it's not just sketching a car, but it's exploring design ideas and making them, fulfilling their potential, making them as good as they can be.